club get all the money. I'm real. I'm a real preacher. I don't play. Amen. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in the house.
All right.
But that's why the strippers get all the money. It's because the brothers are more visual. Oh, let me give y'all scripture because let me stay within protocol. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 33.
Yeah.
And it says, Paul writes, let each one of you in particular so love his own wife as himself. And let the wife see that she respects her husband. In addition to his command toward men, Paul says a wife should respect her husband. Oh, okay. I'm getting an amen right now. That's good. Amen. Because usually when you go talking about respect and submission, you know, the women shut down. Amen. But notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say respect your husband the way you see it on television. And he doesn't say respect your husband the same way your friends respect theirs. And he doesn't even say respect your husband like your mother respected your father. He said for you to respect your own husband. Amen. In your own house. When you're out in public. When you're in front of your children. You are to respect your husband.
That's a word.
He doesn't qualify it at all. Respect your husband, period. There are no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You are to respect the priest of the home.
All right.
One thing that we have to understand is that a man will gravitate to the place where he receives the most respect. And most of the time, he's going to gain respect at work. So guess what? The woman that he spends 10 or 12 hours a day with that respects him is going to be the one that he's going to mostly honor. We all right? Okay. So therefore, when your man is out 10 or 12 hours a day, you got to make sure that when he come home, you respecting him like he's supposed to be respected. Because the one thing that our sisters have to understand is that if you can't respect him at home, somebody will respect him outside. And then you get upset because he's peeping and creeping looking at somebody else, but you ain't making yourself presentable at home. I was going somewhere else, but I feel a tugging taking me somewhere else. Amen. I was riding in the car. Let me see. Yeah, ain't none of that gonna work right now. I was riding in the car, and you know when you ride with your children, they you know, they listen to. I can't stand a whole lot of that cussing, so we don't listen to the cussing. But this song came on, and it was fitting for today. And it said, "I want to cater to you." And I was amazed at how the women in the world want to cater to their man. And a lot of times she a gold digger and want to cater so she can get some money. But I took it that the house of God and the wives and the women need to learn how to cater to their husbands. Let me put my glasses back on because I want to make sure I read it all right. This is Beyonce's part. And she said, baby, I see you working hard. And I want to let you know I'm proud. Let you know that I admire what you do. Don't know if I need to reassure you. My life would be purposeless without you. If I want it, you got it. When I ask you, you provide it. You inspire me to be better. You challenge me for the better. So I want to ask if my sister that ain't got two saved, if she can really cater to her man when he comes home. But we gotta pick it up because see, he done been with Linda Let me help you take off your shoes and untie your shoestrings and take off your cufflinks. What you want to eat, boo? She said, what you want to eat? And half of y'all won't even have a meal cooked after your man that worked all day long and you came home and you ain't got nothing cooked. I'm talking to you saved and sanctified, full of the Holy Ghost, and want to speak in tongues, sisters, ain't got no meal cooked. But you want to be a housewife. You don't want to have to get up and go to work. So if you home all day, explain to me why ain't no dinner cooked and why the house ain't clean.
In the house, prophetess.
Then it goes on to say, let me feed you. Let me run your bath water. Whatever your desire, I'll supply. Sing you a song, turn the game on, I'll brush your hair, help you put your do-rag on. Woo, that girl bad, ain't she? Do you want a foot rub? I know my man be wanting his feet rubbed because he done worked in some steel-toe boots all day long, amen? Huh? You want a manicure? Baby, I'm yours. And I want to cater to you. Sisters, are you catering to your man? Because somebody just said, I ain't finna do all that. She doing too much. But I promise you, her husband ain't peeping and creeping somewhere. I bet you he ain't at home thinking about Sheila at work. If he at home, he thinking about the boo that done cooked up the meal, that's rubbing his feet, that's giving him a massage. I heard you, one of the sisters said, well, what about us? I'll get to y'all in a minute, but right now I'm working on, I'll get to you in a minute. I'm trying to help you keep your man at home. Because see, sometimes when you've been married a long time, you start taking things for granted. And you just assume that just because we've been together 10 years and we've been together 15 years, that I don't have to do nothing. Let me keep reading. Because it was good. She says, let me cater to you. Because, baby, this is your day. Do anything for my man. You blow me away. I got your slippers, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, just let me cater to you. Inspire me from the heart. Can't nothing tear us apart. Because all I want in a man, I put in my life in your hands. And see, the thing is, you got to learn how to trust your man with your heart. And see, some of us have been hurt so much that we won't give it all to him because we don't trust him. And sometimes time don't give you enough time to heal. And even though your man is loving you past your healing, you still have a wall up. So the thing is, you got to really submit yourself. And the only way you can get past that is that you fully got to have a relationship with God. You have to have God in your relationship so that God can break all of your childhood issues off of your life. You might have been molested, you may have been raped, but you got a man that's willing to love you past all of your flaws. Then you need to allow him. Listen, this is what Kelly said.
What Kelly said?
Kelly said, baby, I'm happy you home. And some of y'all can't stand for y'all to come home. Let me hold you. Let me hold you in my arms. See, some of them, when they hear the car drive up or the garage door go up, they be like, God, oh, he came home again. But I don't know about you. I still get butterflies after 22 years when my husband come home. But I hear him hit the door. My God, I act like a teenager because I love him just like that. And I could relate to this song because sometimes you got to ask. You can't take things for granted because you've been together that long. Let me cater to you. Then she says, I just want to take the stress away from you. Making sure that I'm doing my part. Is there anything you need me to do? If you want it, I got it. Say the word and I'll try it. Wait a minute, what? Y'all that got sanctified don't want to try nothing no more. Yeah. Ooh. Then she says, if I know whatever I'm not fulfilling, another woman is willing. That's what I want you to catch a hold to. Because if you won't do it, guess what? Somebody else will. And just because your husband is a pastor, he's still a man. And you got to make sure that you keep him prayed up, sexed up, fed up. What? Come on. Hello, somebody. Then she said, remain the same chick you fell in love with. There it is right there. Come here, somebody. I came to give y'all some visualizations today. Because I'm going to tell you, your husband didn't fall in love with your brain when he first met you. It didn't have nothing to do with your brain. Like I told you, men are visual. He fell in love with how you look. That's right. Huh? He fell in love with how you carried yourself. How you kept your hair together and your makeup and whatever. Amen? And then somewhere along the way, you changed. And I'm guilty of it myself. I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself that I would get dressed up and put on makeup or whatever to go out of the house so that I look presentable to other people that don't even know me. But then when I'm at home, I keep my hair, and I put it in a ponytail. I ain't putting no makeup on. I'm not doing all that. Come on. Oh, hold on. Because I know you men dread this thing. I know some men hate that thing. Can't stand the bonnet. But then our excuse is, well, I paid for this hair, so I got to keep this. That ain't the right one. Hold on. I bought me a little bag of practicals today. All right. Amen. There it is, right there. That's the one. So every night and all day on Saturday, you wear this bonnet. I had to catch myself. You go to bed looking like this. That's hot. And he got to lay next to you looking like this. My God. What happened to you? That you would take your man for such granted that you think that's sexy. Go around there. I want y'all to look at this foolishness. That's all right if you cold and you sitting around at the house, by the fireplace, we watching movies or something like that. But this is not acceptable to go to bed in. Can I get an amen? Now somebody, show the other one. Let me keep reading what the rest of the song said. She said, I'll keep it tight. I'll keep my figure right. I'll keep my hair fixed. Keep rocking the hottest outfits. When you come home late, hey, tap me on the shoulder and I'll roll over. What? Show enough now. And y'all just said he tapped me. I never dog dare him to tap me, and I've been in the bed asleep with my bonnet on. Hallelujah. You better not touch me. You come up in here late. I ain't rolling nothing. I'm going to roll my eyes is what I'm going to do. I ain't rolling over. And that's where you wrong. Because your body don't belong to you. We are to submit one to each other. Hallelujah. Because sometimes our drive is a little stronger than his. Sometimes his drive is stronger than ours. But whoever drives what, we got to drive together. Amen. at that. Some folk will even go to the store looking like that. No respect for yourself and how you look. My thing is, that is not honoring you, and it's definitely not honoring your husband.
Amen.
And as pastors' wives or wives or just women in general, that should not be acceptable for you. Amen. We call that the Walmart outfit. Because you see it in Walmart all the time. I'm still talking about honoring your husband.
Amen.
Amen. And then she said, stay right there. Baby, I heard you. I'm here to serve you. If it's love you need, to give it is my joy. All I want to do is cater to you. And if you live with that in your mind of wanting to cater to your husband, instead of always trying to get something for you, that Wilson was in it for me. Hallelujah. And the thing is, we ought to want to keep our own selves up for us.
Amen.
And then he gets it in the end. We all win if I can keep my own self together. Let me get some more water.
My bad.
Another point I want to say, come on, somebody, sit here because I got something else for you to do in a minute. Let God be the enforcer. Wives, it's okay to speak up when your husband does or say something you disagree with. But once you say what you want to say, remember it's not your job to change him. And we want so bad. And some of us got it bad treating our husband like children. You can say amen if you can't say ouch. Amen. God calls we got it bad talking to them crazy. I've been around some women talk to their husband real crazy, and I was real mad and wanted to correct her, but it was for him to do, not me. Because he's supposed to be the man of his house. It's not my place to correct him, but I had to pull her to. I said, sis, now, you can't be talking to your husband like that, especially out in public. Because one day you're going to hit the wrong chord and catch him wrong, and you pull his man card and he's going to embarrass you. And then your feelings going to be hurt because you disrespected him out in public. But one thing you never want to do is challenge your man in front of somebody. You want to always make sure that you are being respectful, because the same respect that you give, you want to receive it. Amen. Honor the man you want him to be. Treat him better than what he thinks he deserves. Oh, okay. That didn't go over too well. I know he work your nerves. And I know sometimes he just ain't right. But it ain't for us to judge. It's for us to be that sanctified wife that helps sanctify her husband. And I got to rush through it. I can't stay with it long because this, this is our seminar and we got to get through. But this is a whole other class. Some other things I wanted to share. Oh, he told me to take my time. So let me read this last one, this other one to you. This last verse says, I want to give you my breath, my strength, my will to you. That's the least I can do. Let me cater to you through the good, the bad, the ups and the downs. I'll still be here for you. Let me cater to you because you're beautiful. I love the way you are. Fulfill your every desire. Your wish is my command. I want to cater to my man. Your heart so pure, your love shines through the darkness. We'll get through so much. So much of me is you. Bone of my bone. Flesh of my flesh. Because when you get married, you become one. Huh? So much of me is him. And so much of him is me. And if I'm going to treat him crazy, I'm treating myself crazy. If I'm going to disrespect him, that means I have no respect for myself. And the church don't want to talk about this kind of stuff, and that's the reason why so many marriages is breaking up in the house of God, because we think that once we get saved, anything else, you know. But if I'm reminded correctly, the bed is undefiled. So whatever we agree upon, that means we can do it. Amen? Amen. Now something else I want to bring to y'all's attention. I went by the store and picked up a few little things. Y'all know you find some stuff at the thrift store. And I already showed you some stuff that's a knot. So, I'm going to ask the brothers. Open that up, somebody.
You want us to leave?
Now, okay. Not unless you're going to be offended. Not unless you know, it's going to bother you. I was going to ask y'all to leave, but I need the brother's opinion. You want your wife going to bed looking like that? Or you want her in something like that?
I like that.
Oh, let me know if it's too deep for you, because I know some of y'all so saved and sanctified and been sitting in the church for so long, and you got so comfortable with how you are in your marriage, and that you take one another for granted, that you ain't trying to do nothing new, and you wonder why he's still sleeping on the couch.
All right then.
Y'all look at that. Look. It even came with the little stockings. It even came with the little thigh high. Hey, I'm married. I've been with mine 22 years, so if you're offended, I'm not apologizing. I'm trying to tell you how to keep your man at home and try to keep some spice in your life. Stop thinking that just because your man is a preacher that he can't fall. They fall every day. And some men are just plain dogs. It don't matter what you do, he still ain't gonna be happy. The majority of our men are good men, and if we do what we supposed to do at home, you ain't gotta worry about Delilah stroking him and laying him in our lap. Oh, open those up. You wouldn't be so insecure if you was taking care of home. Your insecurities is your fault. If you're not happy with your weight, lose it. You cook the meals, you unhappy with how he looked, then fix it. Come on now. Well, most of y'all might not be cooking. That might be why he's fat and overweight, because he got to eat at the McDonald's all the time. If you want to be married for a long time, take care of your husband. Feed him a proper, nutritious meal. I cook every day. Amen. My kids are grown and I still cook. Because my husband still lives in the house. It don't have nothing. And some of y'all think that just, oh, my kids grown, honey, ain't finna do all that cooking. Yes, you are. You should be. You should be still taking care of that man just like you did before you got children. And that's the problem. We want to sew up our whole lives around our children, and we neglect our spouses. When the children are grown and they leave, then you stuck with a stranger you don't even know, because you didn't take time to spend time with one another to really get to know each other besides having children. Anybody can have a baby. We all know what it takes to make a baby. But if I gotta lose my relationship with my husband, what's the point? Because they gonna leave. I hope you raising them to leave. Good God. You ain't gonna know how to do that. But these supposed to snap on to them little thigh highs right there. Hold on to that. And get you one of these. put you some heels on. If you can't wear heels no more, you know, just walk around barefoot. We don't want y'all to have to wind up in the emergency room because you done tried to put on some high heels and then fell and broke your ankle. Amen. But y'all get the idea. The idea of it is the man is visual. And you sitting around with your bonnet on or your hair not done and no makeup on or whatever it is to make yourself look presentable, then you cause him to fall into temptation. Because there are beautiful women everywhere. And we have to be secure enough in ourselves to understand that he is a man and they look. He can look as long as he don't touch. And as long as he ain't trying to go nowhere else and he come home. But you want to make sure that he has something good to come home to. Because if I'm reminded correctly, the Bible said that he that findeth a wife, not just no woman, but he findeth a wife, he finds a good thing. And then he does what? He obtains favor. Make him proud to be your husband. When he walk in the gates, or we gonna say at the church, because he's known at the church house. So we gotta make sure you ain't looking all skanky and tore up from the floor up.
All right now.
Let me get back over here. Because, you know, most of, you know, some pastors, and I'm going to talk to y'all, to take care of your wife. Stop wanting your $1,000 suit and got her in a $20 dress.
Well,
You go to the barbershop and get your hair cut every week, but you can't spend no money to help her get our hair done. But you want her to look like something else that you done seen, but you don't want to pay for it. The Bible says that the husband is supposed to honor his wife and love her as Christ loved the church. And then he died for her. So are you going to love her enough to die for her? Are you going to love her enough to cover her? Do you love us enough to do what needs to be done?
Jesus.
And I can't talk to the women about honoring the priest if the priest ain't acting like priests.
That's good. That's good.
Come on now.
Now that's real good.
We'll beat a woman down for not doing the right thing, but then the man gets to do whatever he want to do. And I come to tell you that the devil is a lie. You better line yourself up with the word of God and be the man that God called you to be. If you won't be a husband, be a husband. We ain't got time for them dogs roaming around, sneaking behind every woman that he sees. Glory to God. Get yourself back home and fall in love with your wife. Love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself.
Right.
Jesus.
You don't like how she look, help her. Buy her a new dress. Get her hair done. She might want a little weave. Go pay for the weave. Drop that $200 for some hair. Do whatever it's going to take to make her self-esteem go up. Because a lot of times we have self-esteem issues, especially pastors' wives. Because you got sister so-and-so that always going to roll up on her. And she the brick house. And she makes sure every Sunday she in Pastor's face. And Pastor, you better walk light. Because the brick house will get rocks thrown at your head. Because I'm here to tell you, baby, I'm going to take you down. Homie, don't play that. I done worked too hard. I done put in too much time to think Delilah gonna roll up on my husband and just restaurant. I don't think so with that Sunday face self. Y'all better understand that that's a Sunday demon that show up every Sunday looking good, smelling good. That is the intention. And women, you don't have to be intimidated by it. You gotta know who you are in God. You gotta know how to get in your war room. You gotta know how to pray them heavens up out of your church. And he honors the man.
My Lord.
And he honors the woman.
That's good.
So you have to be supportive of the man, the mission, and the message. Because the mission is the message. And the message is Christ. Your man preaching Christ, you need to be preaching there with him. And I'm not talking about standing here preaching. I'm talking about preaching it to him. Amen. Being supportive of him. It's important that we know the word just as well as they do. Because sometimes they get weighed down with burdens of the church. Burdens at work. Burden with their children. Burden with their family outside of his family. And we can't be selfish.
That's right.
I always try to figure out what's in it for me. It's not about us. It's about the kingdom. And when you're married, it's about teamwork. We have to do it together. And I heard somebody say, well, what qualifies her to do it 22 years and 3 marriages?
Come on now.
Oh, that was too much, wasn't it? Well,
Amen.
I learned a lot of what not to do. From 2 of them. For real, glory to God, I learned a lot. But this one, you know, when they say 3rd time is a charm, it's really been a charm, glory to God. When you go from being abused and abandoned and homeless and things like that, and then God finds you. Your man finds you. I'm her.
Come on now.
And I made sure that I was getting my life together, and I made God a promise that you're going to have to be my husband. I was a single mother during the time. I had 3 children. And that man found me, and he has loved me past all of my hurt, all of my abuse, all of my abandonment issues. That's why I still get the butterflies. That's why I don't mind fixing his plate. I don't mind ironing his clothes. Huh? If your man got to still iron his clothes, you need to check yourself, woman. Y'all can say I'm old school all you want to, but it's cheaper to keep them. That's what they say. I don't know about y'all. I ain't trying to date nobody. I ain't trying to get back out there and look for nobody or nothing like that. But I love to cook for my man. I love to cater to him. Yes.
Amen.
Yes, I do. Amen. Glory to God. Y'all, I'm having fun. Well, this is a seminar. Anybody have any questions for me? Some of them sitting back here like, ooh, I wish you hear him sit down. Because, ooh. No, I come to help y'all. Y'all have to speak life into your husbands. You have a question? Yes.
I have a question because, I've been married twice, because I thank God for bringing me through the healing process, divorce twice. But my question is, a lot of times women get married to men when they're both outside the church and not saved. And then the woman sometimes gets saved first. And then they have a tendency, to want to treat the spouse like they're not good enough because God's doing it for them in their life. What advice would you give to a woman, on how to bring balance in that type of situation?
And my second marriage was like that. Yeah. So I understand that. To bring balance is to understand, because Paul wrote that we can't hold those accountable that don't know the Bible. We can't hold them to the same standards in which we know. But being married, you have to be that sanctified wife. You have to pray and you have to stay there. Because we have to understand marriage is a unity and to come together as one flesh. You're not better than him because he ain't where he's supposed to be. And it's our job, even if it was the woman that wasn't where she's supposed to be with the man, it is our job as Christians.
Right.
Not as a husband or as a wife, as a Christian.
Right.
Not church folk.
Right.
Because church folk get haughty and talk about you and want to treat you any kind of way.
Right.
But a real Christian will learn and will pray their spouse through. We have a lady that's been in our church for years, been married to her husband for for years and prayed for years. And he finally came into the house. But it took some staying power. And the only way you can have staying power is you got to have the Holy Ghost. Because the Holy Ghost will keep you there to pray him through, to push him through, to encourage him. And that's what I find with women who get in ministry and they get in, they preach and they forget who they are when they go home.
Yes, right.
You still got to submit yourself.
Amen.
I don't care if you didn't travel the country. You still got to submit yourself.
Amen.
Because when you get home, you a wife. And you can't be a knife. Because people know your name. Don't nobody care about that. You still have an obligation to take care of your home. And your home comes first.
Amen.
Any other questions?
Amen.
Okay.
I've been married twice, and my first wife is still living, but my second wife died. And that's my son right there on the second wife, and I got daughters on the second wife, and I got daughters on the first wife. But since my wife been dead, feel like I'm kind of skeptical of women's kind of come, put yourself on me. I always try to push them back. And I'm afraid because I don't know. I love my second wife so much that when she passed, I just pushed women back because I said that they don't have what she had, and wonder how can I get over that?
That's going to take time.
Yeah.
And that's going to take God moving that. Because one thing about it, we can't rush love. And we can't, because when you love somebody, when you truly love somebody, it's hard to move on. When you lose a parent, it's hard. And that's the same thing as, look, that's your soulmate. That's somebody that you became one with. But I encourage you, man of God, to really push past that so that you're not lonely. I don't care what nobody say, we get lonely. And the enemy makes sure we keep it in our mind that we lonely. But I be weary of them women too, trying to run all up on you. You gotta watch them. You gotta be.
I give a ride and everybody.
Yeah, you watch out, brother. God, the one thing about it, when your heart get ready and your spirit is ready, God will show you who your woman is supposed to be. She ain't gotta run up on you, and she ain't gotta make herself. She ain't gotta do all that. You gonna know.
Come on now.
You will know when it's your time, and you will know when it's your woman. Amen. Lord help, he got them all up. He got to lock him out his car, Jesus. Woo! They look like bees and some honey, ain't it? I have a list of some things that you can say if you find yourself not being very encouraging to your husband and talking down to him, and they can work a nerve, all of your nerves sometimes, but it's important that we still keep them encouraged, because a lot of times the men are the sole breadwinners in the family. And if they're not, they make majority of the money, and we have to make sure that their lives is as less stressful as it possibly can, because men are more prone to die from heart attacks than stress-related heart attacks. And if it's like my husband, he works 12, 14-hour days, still has to pastor a church, has a fellowship, has a whole lot of other things that go on in our lives. And so it is my job to make sure that the house is a safe haven, and it's a place of peace when he comes home, and it's a place of where he can really rest and take care of and have family time and do things that, and give him his time, give him his space. Sometimes I get irritated when he run all up in the room, close the door. What is you doing in here? You've been gone all day. And I have to remember, okay, he's tired. He's trying to release himself. And so, everything's a work in progress. We all a work in progress. But I do have some things that you can say, and some ways that you can show Your husband respect. So if you'd like a list of those, I have them. And if no one else has any more questions, I am done. Oh.
I have a question. Thank God for you, Sister Castle, and certainly your blessing to us today.
Amen.
One of my questions is marriage for everybody?
Bishop, I'm going to say no. But the Bible said we ought to be married. And it's better to marry than to burn. But everybody ain't marriage material. But there is somebody for everybody. That's my answer. There is somebody for everybody. And no, to be honest, marriage is not for everyone. Just like everybody should not be parents. But there are people that have children that don't know how to be. They don't have that maternal instinct. They don't have that. And that's not for us to decide or to judge whether it is or not to be, you know. But my answer is no, marriage is not for everybody. Just like college is not for everybody.
Amen.
You know, there are some things that are just not for everybody.
Amen.
But marriage is honorable. And it is the desire of God that we should be married. A man and a woman. I'm going to leave that right there. That's it. A man and a woman together to be married.
You didn't say a woman and a woman, you said a man.
Okay, that's it. Amen. Come